Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Demadric is lying to his pops. Pops know he lying. He trying to approach it respectfully. He's trying to be a safe space for his son. He wants him to tell the truth. He acts just like his daddy. He don't know that his daddy probably played on his mama. That's why he has a stepmother. But I'll leave that alone just in case his mom is deceased because I'm not even sure. I don't remember when they were on Love during Lockup. And at this point, is JK's father messing with Alex? Is the baby his? Is this her get back? She about to have a baby for JK's daddy and be JK's stepmama or JK's daddy's baby mama? Alex is for the streets too. I'm convinced that girl is just dirty. She just dirty, sneaky, conniving. Whew, child. And Daniel go ask Bianca, "You thought we were gonna make it?" No. Alexa, play "Fool of Me" by Michelle and Daniel Cello, honey. Child. And he still calling Bianca a B. And then we got Courtney calling Will a B. Because, honey, she been around 600 women and she know what a B look and act like. And that's him. Ciao. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, and thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and haha and get into another episode of Life After Lockup, Season 6, Episode 17, Playing with Fire. Besties, how would you rate this week's episode? I know you love this recap. This is about my favorite one, and yours too. Just kind of talk to me in the chat. Come on, comment. Tell me what you think. But I do love and appreciate the ones who fool with me. I see y'all. I respond. Good morning to y'all. It's Saturday. What y'all doing? Tell me what y'all doing. I see y'all. I love you. You know, for me, was a kid. Child, my guilty pleasure, honey. It never disappoints. Something about the production has gotten a lot better, especially with this episode. Production is on it. Like, are you guys paying attention to how they pulling out the receipts and they double checking and fact checking and coming back with they're just doing it and it's making sense and the storylines are just flowing and oh love it. 10, 10, 10, 10. Drop down in the comments, besties. Like the video, subscribe, notification bell. You know it. Ow. Let's get into it. I always start uh, okay. I'm trying to debate between Daniel and Will. Daniel and Bianca, let's go ahead and fly on over to Scottsdale, Arizona, honey. What was he thinking going to a restaurant named Tequila? Well, he said he was an addict. He doing addict things. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Bianca is at home moving his stuff out of her bedroom because as of now, they have broken up. Remember, she said she can do better, she deserves better. Now she owes something totally different this week. But as of now, she's moving his items out of her room and she's mad about that. Bianca is so lazy. It just she don't want to do nothing by herself. She don't want to be by herself. I don't even think Wednesday Adams I don't think Wednesday Adams even likes her own company. I don't. So she complaining about that. So they broke up, but they're living as roommates. He got that man cave. So that's where he gonna lay his head. So sorry, I just had a brain fart. Daniel is at the pool hall with his homie Gator, who he did time with. And Gator, he's a level-headed friend, but the way they talk about Daniel's relationship, they remind me of two women. So the friend is like, I told you she was too immature for you and she had issues. Anytime a woman will move across, wait, find you online, got her own set of issues with this car accident, and then is down to move across the country to be with you. He was like, yeah, she got issues, you know? And so he's like, tell her to get out, but you got to do it nicely. Like, tell her to go see her friends back in Florida. Don't she miss her folks out in Florida? She needs to go visit them and then stay. Because Daniel told us last week, honey, he got this living situation on lock. He's talking to a few other women. The friend put him on blast and was like, did you talk to them girls on Tinder? And Daniel tried to he was trying to cap it off like, Tinder, what's that? Yeah, whatever. But he said it's no problem for him to move another chick in. And I'm just sitting here wondering, what kind of women are these? Like, just sitting here thinking, drinking my coffee, besties. It's Saturday morning. I woke up. I slept good too. Had a busy couple of days at work. Got up and did my chores. Yes, I say chores. Laundry, cleaning, fixing, throwing out stuff, opening mail. Blah 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 blah. Talk to moms. Make sure she okay. She alright. Did a little workout. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm sitting here like, what kind of women would just take on and entertain a man that just got out of prison, don't have nothing, got this old crazy girlfriend, and you want to come behind all that and clean up? Like, you want to clean up behind Bianca, Wednesday Adams, Beetlejuice? Like, what kind of women are these? Okay, there's someone for everyone, right? So, child, whew, now dealing she's dealing with a part of herself that don't believe that they're breaking up. She just cannot believe this is happening because she loves Daniel so much. And I'm like, no, Bianca, you are in love with the jailbird Daniel. You don't know this fella. This is a whole new dude. So he's telling her, and he's telling his homie, you really get to know a person once you live with them. And he's like, I can't live with her. We didn't know that then, but we know it now. And I don't want this. He said he is tapped out. Okay. He is done. He's tired of yelling. He's tired of cussing and fussing and raising sand with her. He is just tired. Tired. He is over her. And she's over him. I don't even know why she's backtracking with this. Oh, but there's a part of me. But I guess, I guess you got to deal with every part of you to finish breaking up with him. The heart, the mind. So he tells her, let's go to dinner so they can try, the both of them can try to have a mature conversation. Well, baby, that's not going to work because Daniel is chewing gum. He wants to spit it out. He, instead of just throwing it across the gate, they're sitting outside. So instead of, you're supposed to put it under the table. You're supposed to stick your gum under the table like back in school, in elementary school. Y'all know them desks had nothing but gum up under the table, under the desk, because we couldn't chew gum, but we loved chewing gum, just couldn't chew it in class. So he takes his gum and he puts it in the cloth napkin on the table. I was like, yeah, this is going left already because Daniel ain't mature. He's not. He's not. He's wrong. And he puts it on the line. This might be the honest Daniel will be. Okay. So he wants to order the Tom Hawk steak. You hear me? That steak is almost $200. Bianca like, I'm not eating. No, I can't eat. I can't. I'm so upset. I can't do it. I can't do it. So they're going to try to see how they're going to move forward. Bianca says she is confused, lost, she's stuck, and she lacks a lot of self-esteem. She has no self-esteem. So she's holding on to the person that she fell in love with. And that's how this conversation sounds so stupid. He's like breaking up with her, telling her it's not working. And she's like, why? What? How come? Where do you get that from? Um, Bianca, I'm gonna need you to hush. So she begins the conversation. She was like, yeah, what happened? When you were in jail, we talked about getting married. You proposed to me on the phone. They ran that tape back. She wants marriage, kids, just like they talked about when he was in prison. And so he's like, now that they're living with together, he don't want her no more. He said, yeah, well, after living with you, I don't want you. You're not a thing. You're not it. You flop. You suck. You ain't the one. No, thank you. So she's like, well, I feel led on. And and she wants to know why he don't want to marry her. And so he's like, I don't see the passion in you anymore. Like you used to talk about your goals and what you was gonna do and woo 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 woo. And now that I'm out, you ain't doing nothing. And Bianca, you ain't doing nothing. Like, aren't you bored? Bianca, you get up and do nothing every day. Every day. You ain't got nothing going on. Not even a jailbird wants to fool with you. Like, girl, you got to know you are you got to get it together. When you get dumped by somebody that don't have nothing and you're rich. And she's like, I know I can do better. Girl, you don't want to. You want to hold on. Or maybe she just needs to go back and ask just to make sure so all her questions can be answered. Because she knows they're breaking up. And we know in real life they are broken up. So she feels led on, right? And so he's like, will you change for the worse? She was like, what? You don't have no fire, Bianca. And so she's all trying to blame it on her accident. But before you met me, I was in that accident. I'm just not the same. And he like, uh-huh. You ain't even the same person you was when I was in jail, honey. So she feels like he's a hypocrite. He tells her he's not attracted to her anymore. And she's all BS. I call BS. So he calls her a Bia, and she's like, stop calling me that. Well, you are an airhead. Stop acting like one because you're just an airhead. You let the things that I say just go through your head and you're just so delusional. And she's like, gaslighting me. You're gaslighting. And he don't even know what that means. And he said, don't even explain it. I don't want to know. I was like, wow. What happened to the mature conversation, Daniel? Baby, that coffee is so good. So good. I don't want to know what gaslighting is. Don't tell me because I'm sick of you. And so all she hears is that he's blaming her for his drinking again. Don't put that on me. He said, I'm not putting it on you. What are you listening? And I didn't even know he was smoking weed. He said he's smoking weed and drinking and back to the old stuff because of all this. And so he was like, look, I'm an addict. Okay. I'm obsessed with the things that I shouldn't be obsessed with. What did you think was gonna happen? And she said, like, what? Wait, huh? What you talking about? So he told her, like, oh, I sold you on this idea. I did. And it's like, oh, Daniel. Now I'm all like, oh, what he gonna say next? Yeah. She said, you did? Yeah, I sold you on this idea. Why? So you could come out here. so I could come out here. Yeah. Why? Because I thought living with you would be easier than living in a halfway house. But baby, I'm ready to go to the halfway house because living with you is insane, child. And that was the end of that. I was just sitting here like, he just came out with it, y'all. I sold you on an idea. Oh, yeah, I wanted you to come out here so I wouldn't have to go to the halfway house or my mama's house or my cousin's house or Gator's house. Oh yeah, I played you. Now you got me this place. Oh yeah, I'm working on my next chick. And it's like, Daniel, I don't think you're gonna be able to get along with anyone. But I do understand, like Bianca is just a dud at this. She don't have nothing going on. No fire, no passion, no nothing. So we gonna since we over here in Arizona, y'all, we gonna go over here and fly to Portland, child. We're gonna go and fly to Portland, check on Will and Courtney. Child, he's at the hotel. He's packing up. Why does Will have two pieces of luggage and a bag? Like did hear him say he had to work while he came out there, but Will, you just came for her to sign papers. You didn't need nothing more than a backpack. You know, like you could have wore the same jeans on the way back home, same shoes. All you had to pack was some drawers, some socks, and a new shirt. You go wear the same coat. You just why did you have all that stuff? Did he stay like a day or two or maybe the weekend or whatever? But it was for some reason I wanted to know what else did Will do that weekend? Because he had all this luggage. Like, did you go hang out at the bar? Did you plan on meeting someone else and go to dinner? Were you meeting up with some friends? Did you the sponsor, whoever? Like, I just wanted to know what was Will doing while he was there? Like besides cussing Courtney out. So anyway, enough about that. But I was like, huh. So he realizes now that he was just easy money and easy dingaling. I was like, huh. So he said, she just does not communicate the way he wants her to. And I said, besties, didn't I say that last week that he's the communicator and she's not? And he's all mad because she's not doing what he said because she wasn't communicating anything. She was just agreeing with him. And, I said that when you are the great communicator, you need to be careful and pay attention to who you're talking to. You need to, how are they responding to you? You can say what you want to say. That don't mean that they're agreeing and they okay or they get it. Make sure they get it. Because if you was paying attention, Will, you would have known then that Courtney wasn't about nothing. Because it ain't hard. She's not layered. She's not hard to figure out. So he said he regrets this whole entire thing. So he comes outside, and look who's outside the hotel waiting. Girl, she got this little boho shirt on. Girl got her cleavage out, but she got the wrong bra on because she could have had her girlfriend sitting up. But she trying to look cute, got her boots on, she lipstick, trying to look cute. So he's like, oh, look who decided to show up. So, honey, she's mad. So not only did she sign the papers, and she wouldn't even give them to him. He had to kind of snatch them out of her hand. Child, she done took that ring, rolled it in some dirt, and then put it in the divorce papers. I was like, she's so petty. But she's entertaining. I ain't gonna lie. So they argue. She's talking crap, calling him a Bia because he cut her off. He says this was a mistake. And honey, after this, he'll act like it never happened. Baby, you can go play with Mark. You ain't gotta hide no more. You are free to do what you want to do. And then she calls Will a loser. How a loser gonna call you a loser? Child, Courtney, please stop. You're the loser in this relationship, honey. You are the loser, okay? He called her a skank. And she's like, F you. You gonna want some of this pooty cat in about 2 weeks. Okay. He got in the car. He flipped her off. like, you better do your do, Will. Will is like, I'm not playing with you. I am not doing this. And he knew he should have done it, but he knows now. He was like, I know y'all think I shouldn't, but I'm going all in. Okay, now you're all in. Now you got to come all out. And Will, don't do this ever again. So, child, in their confessionals, they got to sit next to each other, right? But he can't look at her. He will not address her because he's mad that some other person, we don't know who, I don't know if it was that girl and they kissed and Will saw it, or was it Mark? I think he would have said if it was Mark, but somebody dropped her off with production so they can do their interviews. And honey, he is mad about it. So, production, here they go. Who is it, Courtney? Is somebody you're seeing? No, I'm not seeing them. It's just a friend. Will over there, like that. She probably just told the truth right there, but I'm over it. And child Courtney is just kikiing and ha-hawing. And it's bothering Will. Will is just like, he's a little unbothered kind of. He's just like, he drunk his water and he minding his business, girl. You better go, Will. Will is like, I am trying to correct this mistake quickly, expeditiously. Okay. So now we're going to head on out to New York. Let's go on out to New York, child. I got to give Troy credit. He is the MVP of this episode. Troy is so humble. I wonder what sign he is. He's giving me Pisces. Maybe he's giving me a water sign vibe, but I got to give him credit. And is Zaria's skin looking better, or is she just wearing better makeup? What y'all think? I'm not seeing acne, but it's probably still there. She's probably, I don't know. Well, girl, you're looking better. I'll say that. So Zaria's friend from Brooklyn comes to visit for the weekend. How convenient. So they go wedding dress shopping. They meet up with her mother. So I had to ask, where is the mama at? I miss seeing her mama. There she go. So they talk about Troy and why he's in Buffalo and not at the house. Blah, blah, blah. Girl, you already know all this. You watched the show. Y'all friends of 14 years. But anyway. So, they talk about how Yana, his baby mama, is being very controlling about him seeing their daughter, baby Troy. And Troy doesn't want to take her to court, so he lets Yana control him. But we know he's up in Buffalo at his sister's house, so he's calling Yana, asking to see baby Troy, wants her to spend the night with him, and he'll take her to school. And he's just telling the daughter, don't let nobody tell you that I'm not trying to see you. I've been calling 1,300 times since I've been here. I'm here. I want to holler at you. You want me to take you to school? Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me, besties. And so, that's that. Then Yana picks up the phone like, I'm hanging up. Click. Whoo, honey. Whoo, honey. Child, you know what, Troy? He did the right thing. I like that he's following his mind, but Zaria ain't far off talking about just go to court so this can stop. So this can stop. But I like that he's staying on his course, and his way actually seems like it worked. Let's move forward. So they're at the dress shop, Zaria and her mom and her friend, and her mother calls her. I had to break down the pronunciation. We call her Zaria. Her mother calls her Zariua. 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 It's like, ew, I don't like that. Zariua. Zariua. No, let's call her Zaria, moms. Zariua does not sound like a name. So she's trying on dresses. Moms is glad that she did not go to Buffalo. And I'm like, yeah, I am too. The friend was trying to be messy while Zaria was back there trying on dresses. So what you think that Troy leaving her and going to Buffalo? That wasn't cool, was it? Moms is not messy, okay? She is a woman of the cloth, friend. Leave her alone. So Moms was like, I'm glad she didn't go with him because that lets that gives Troy the ability to work his stuff out with his family alone. Because if Zaria was with him, then she's gonna be the focus and everything gonna be her fault, right? And I agree. Okay. So I thought I heard something, besties. I had to put y'all on pause. It's the dog. She's eating. So I kind of hear, I got the door closed because I'm trying to work on my sound effects. Just I want the sound to sound better in here. Do I sound good? I know I do. I know I do. I got sound panels on my walls now. And I don't know why it sounded so hollow before because my office isn't empty, but it sounded like it. So I got the door closed, my sound panels on. I got a little screen thing on my microphone. I got the microphone turned down. So hopefully the audio is good. Nothing's gonna glitch out. Okay, because I'm about tired of trying. Okay, so back to them. Enough about me. Troy has a real conversation with Yana. Finally, finally, he takes accountability. He says, I know, Yana, I'm putting a whole bunch on my plate. I didn't got married. I got a step kid. I got my daughter. It's a lot going on. And I apologize for disrespecting you. Child, when I tell y'all last night when I watched it, because I watched it twice, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I cried. Child, it's not about Troy's eyes that brings you in. He got them eyes that just brings you in. And he's not bad on the eyes, but I'm old enough to be his mother. But and I'm not attracted. I mean, he's handsome, but I'm not attracted. I like that Keith. Uh-huh. Hi, Keith. Didn't see you this week. You okay? Text me. Okay. So back to them. I cried, besties. I was just like, I've been waiting for this because baby Troy is such a pretty little girl. And that boy been out. They said he been out for 7 months. And it's like, Yana, you just giving him the blues. Like, let him see his kid. He don't even live in the area. And she is just mad. She just mad. Just bitter, baby. Okay, so child, I was crying. I'm talking about crying, not like a tear coming out. I was boo-hooing. I was so happy for Troy. I'm rooting for Troy. And I hate to say it, Bessie, but I think he can do better than Zaria. But that's just my opinion. I do like them together. I just need her to stop being so bratty and selfish. But I do understand her position because while he been in jail, I'm the one that's been coming up here every whatever, doing this, being there for you. And I get it because I know she can say this. All the times I come to visit you, ain't none of them came to visit. Oh, I know the story. I know how this goes, right? I know why she feels the way she feels so deeply because I was the only one there for you. Me. And it kind of could be a slap in her face that when he's out now, he's just trying to go see everybody he knows, which is family, right? Because he said all his friends are deceased. But it's kind of like, you feel like, well, hello, because it's been me and you, and now it's me, you, and them. And like she even pointed out, I feel like he's living his life and then I'm living mine, and we're not doing it together. But I would call this an adjustment period, Zaria. Like, give this man space. And even like that other couple, remember the girl, the light skinned big girl from New York, light skinned, was messing with the handsome guy. He was Robert. Like, give these people time to adjust and get back and get in touch with family. I know, boo, you've been there riding and you've been there for him, ride. You the R and the D for him, ride or D for him. I know, but this is his family, his blood, his siblings. It's not a competition. He gonna come back. He lives with you. He's married to you. Let him figure out his brother, get his father together, get his relationship with this baby mama together. She told both of y'all how y'all should try to come at her. She wasn't wrong. She just, it's always the delivery is wrong, but the message isn't, right? Okay. So who had to catch my breath, child? And then he said, I apologize for disrespecting you. But at the same time, I'm tired of the bull. Tired of his attitude. You hanging up on me. You talking bad about me. You giving my wife a hard time. She's here. Now, he ain't said this is me, but this is with all this attitude and all this drama. Like, stop. Both of y'all stop. He said, I want to move forward. I want to be there for my daughter. This ain't about you and it ain't about Zaria. It's about Troy and Troy. He said, I want both of y'all to have mutual understandings. I want to have an understanding with you and my wife. And she talking about, he said, I want baby Troy to come celebrate my dad's memorial. She talking about why? What do you mean why? That's that bitter. She ain't heard nothing. Why? A Bia can't change overnight. She need time. He like, because that's my dad, that's her grandfather, and I'm her daddy, and I want her there because I need the emotional support from my daughter, stupid. She like, okay. Oh, when she said okay, I said, okay, it kicked in. We good now. So what he did, this is, oh my gosh, this is the MVP part. And you can come to Yana, just come and wear blue. That's what we doing. We're gonna be up here at this park at what you call it o'clock. Wear your blue. I was like, oh, wow. Then he calls his wife. She got an attitude. I miss you. I love you. She like, but you don't love me when you went to battle. And she like, yeah, whatever. I had to come and handle my business. Had nothing to do with you. He like, I had to iron out this family drama with my brother, my father, my baby mama, my daughter, and it didn't involve you, and I didn't want you to be dragged in it. He apologized to her. He tells her to come up here to Buffalo and support him. Don't forget to wear blue. Come to the park. If you leave now, you'll be here on time. And so, she always trying to be mad about something. So she was like, okay, honey. She ran up in that closet, found her a blue sweatsuit. And I'm just like, good job, Troy. Even the friend was clapping for them. That's a good friend. So she jumps up, go in the closet, find a suit, and she keeps saying, there's something I need to tell him. And I'm like, oh gosh, what? She's like, it sounds alarming, but not bad. But I was like, what you gotta tell him? It's gonna change everything. Girl, are you pregnant? She gonna be pregnant. Is Rhea pregnant? I think she's pregnant. Wasn't she pregnant? I try to stay out these people business when they're not on my TV. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to keep up with all the details of y'all everyday life. I am not. You understand me? It must be pregnancy. Okay, y'all. Well, we got to leave New York because we're not going to the daddy's memorial. We got to go. So we're going to head on out here to Texas, honey. We got to get to Texas. So let's go on over here and get on this JK, Brooke, and Alex. I'm just going to bring Alex in. This is a throuple. I might have to put the daddy on there. It might be a quintuple, a quartuple, because I'm looking at the daddy like, is he married? Because he got a nice house. I saw a couple of cars in that garage in the driveway, but that could be all his. But is he married? Is there a stepmother? Because it seemed like JK father and Alex might have something going on. Besties, what do y'all think? Okay, so we get back to Brooke, JK and Alex and Kathy and Marla. It's 2 months later since the crying that I'm not pregnant thing, right? And why is JK wearing a black wedding band? What is going on? Did this girl that bought him a ring? Child. Y'all saw that Brooke got a new SUV finally. I said, thank God. Girl, that car wasn't gonna make it back and forth down that highway. Cause you know her and JK live an hour away. That car was on its last leg when we saw it. Okay. So child, JK gets on our screen and it's like, who this? Who this? New job, new teeth, new life. This man said he's styling, profiling, and shining. I said he want to be a rapper so bad. Don't JK give you Eminem vibes? He want to be a rapper so bad. You know he got some black friends. That's all I'm gonna say. I think JK got some black friends. So he calls up Brooke and he wants to surprise her. They go on a little surprise date. Nothing fancy, no charcuterie board, no picnic basket, no 2 liter of Coke. Just we gonna walk, hold hands, and put this lock on this bridge like we in Paris. Paris, France, not Paris, Texas. So Brooke has a new car and she has a new job. Child, this girl is delivering food. So most of their segment, Brooke is at her mama's house talking crap about the whole situation. And JK is at his father's house talking about the situation. So this is pretty good. So JK says after Brooke broke down when she discovered they were not pregnant, that really shook in him. He really discovered and he realized how much she loved him. So they're doing good now, all except for Alex. So they talk, right? So Brooke is like, we cool, we got things to work out, but we got to talk about Alex. She's hanging around the family. She talks to his dad. Brooke feels like she should not be coming around anymore because she's not an ex-wife. She's not a wife. She's not a separated wife. She's not a baby mama. There's no reason to hang around. And she said, if Alex think that she gonna keep hanging around, Brooke says she has no problem helping her figure it out that she needs to kick rocks. And I said, now, Brooke, that girl kicked your butt last week. You better leave Alex alone. You better send her a letter, a certified letter. You better leave her alone. I don't think you can stand another beat down, child. Honey, the way she knocked you on your back and you rose back up. Girl, Alex, child, Brooke, no. So she talks to his dad a lot. And so she asks him, has he seen Alex? He tells her no. But we know JK told us last week that he is a great liar. He tells us not since he went behind Brooke's back 2 months ago. So they showed it on camera when he went over there when she was, when she told him she had something to say and they went off camera to talk and we still don't know what they talked about. That. So he said they just been talking on the phone. And I said, oh, he's been avoiding her because last week in his confessional, she said, let me know when you got some time. We need to talk. And I'm like, now you can't say that to no man that's not yours because he ain't gonna come around to talk to you. So that's why he ain't fooling with her because she wants to talk. So JK pulls out a box. It has a lock and a key on it. They do this in Paris, France. You put your names on it, the date that you got married or whatever, and you lock it on a bridge. And so she's like, oh my gosh, what is that? And so when she see it was a lock, she was like, oh, I thought it was something else. You had me going. And he was like, girl, give us time. We need time. And I was like, you gonna put that lock on that bridge and them people in that county, that city gonna come and cut it off because What are you doing? They don't know nothing about what they do in Paris. I don't even think something happened with that bridge out there where they stopped it or it just got full or something happened. Anyway, they're gonna be like, who over here loitering on our property? You can't do that. So Brooke thought he was giving her a ring. Nope. She think the lock is stupid. He threw the key away and then they started kissing with his new teeth, honey. Brooke was like, oh, I'm so glad he got his teeth fixed. So now I don't have to kiss a rotten mouth anymore. I was like, oh, you did know it was raggedy in there. Okay, you just wasn't tripping. Okay. So JK goes to talk to his dad about Brooke, not yeah, about Brooke and Alex. And he's telling him, well, Brooke feels like you picking Alex over her. And he was like, I don't know Brooke. And so he said, I haven't seen Brooke since y'all was like 13. And it's like, Brooke, you don't go around his father. If you want a relationship, you should be going over to hang out. Why you don't call the dad? Why you don't take the dad up there to see JK? Huh, that would have been a good one for you. You missed that one. And so Pops is like, oh, I know Alex. We talk all the time. When I'm on the road, we talk for hours and hours. Yeah, she tell me everything. We real close. I'm like, are y'all going together? It's giving pervert. I'm almost grossed out here. Ugh. Cause you know what people do. You know. Huh. Huh? Huh? Why you close with your son's ex-girlfriend? So he like, oh, have you seen her? Have you seen her? Like, no. Mm-mm. Well, she pregnant. Child, did y'all see JK froze? He just stood there. He was not moved. He did not move. Did you see it? I saw her. She pregnant. And now after JK is like, he like, I'm gonna be in so much trouble. If Brooke finds out, this is gonna be over. So he admits to production that he has been banging Alex, like we already knew. And Brooks is over there talking to her mom, not Brooke. Yeah, Brooke. I call her Brooks. Brooke was over there talking crap with her mom. She could cuss with her mom. I was like, oh, that's why you so rude and disrespectful. Your mama don't require you to act like a lady. So they talking, and so she thinks they are having. It's a possibility that they are banging each other out because they live close to each other because she's an hour away, so she don't know what he's doing. And a part of their getting working on the relationship is he knows that she be bugging out when he don't answer her calls. So she was calling him, JK wasn't answering, and that makes Brooke upset because she's insecure because she's not close. She can't just hop in the car and go down the street, but she got a new car, so maybe she can, because she will walk off a job, honey. And now the girl is slanging. Was she delivering pizza, or is she? Yeah. Well, at least her kids will be able to eat. So she think they banging, and so now JK he wants to go see Alex so they can talk because he wanted her to tell him if whose baby it is. Is it my daddy's or is it mine? Because at this point, are you trying to be my stepmama? You finna give me a brother or a sister? That would be a mess, y'all. That would be a mess. Oh my gosh. So let me get some coffee. Ciao. Over on the other side of Texas, we got Demadra, Kiana, Joella. We meet Joella's grandmother, who is full of wisdom. I don't know what happened, child. The grandma full of wisdom. Joella, your grandma's full of wisdom. Why it ain't rubbed off on you? Because you're in love. Okay, give her. I'm going to work on Joella. She going to get her life together. So Joella goes to visit her grandmother. She said Demadric is making her sick to her stomach. And I said, no, boo boo, you're making yourself sick to your stomach. You are upsetting your nervous system. Okay. Now, this grandmother is full of wisdom, full of beautiful white hair. She raised Joella, so they say. Beautiful house, planting a garden out there, playing with the plants. And she's also taught Joella how to have a garden because she had asked her, "You getting your planting going?" She's like, "I am." So Joella tells her about the son's birthday party and how it was a flop, and the stepmama was calling her bitter, and she wouldn't let Kiana come. So the grandmother says, "Well, you should have let Kiana come to the party, and and you need to let him go. You should have let her come because they go together. They're together, and you need to let him go." So Joella said, Joella said moving on was easier for her when Demadric and his peen was in jail. And I'm like, how? Because if you had moved on when he was in jail, you wouldn't be in this situation. You wouldn't be on our TV screens. You wouldn't be in this throuple had you moved on while he was in jail. Grandma says, he bouncing you around like a ball. Child, the way I cracked up, not bouncing. He bouncing you like a ball. He playing with you, but he wants to be with her. But he playing with you. I said, that was good, Grandma. That was good. Grandma said, move on. Child, Kiana feels like the Modric don't have her back. And so now she don't trust nobody because these accusations are getting real serious, honey. So they on their way to his dad's house. Look like they having a family barbecue. He like, "You mad at me still?" She like, "No." Like her spirit is so low. She looking straight. She just empty. She's worried. She's nervous. She don't know what's gonna happen. Why am I in this mess with these people? So Kiana goes over and talks to the stepmom. The stepmom talking crap about, Joella, this pending court case. And she said, "Wait, what? You got a case? She pressing charges? So wait, she said you went over there and slashed her Flintstone mobile car? The Flintstone mobile." Child, stepmama don't like Joella at all. Don't like her, don't like her, don't like her. So she said, "Yes, and I didn't do anything." That's all Kiana gonna say. "I didn't do anything." Joella still wants D. She said, she delusional because she still wants him. She like, "I know. I know." So grandma feels like he has led her on, had her believing that things is gonna be a certain way when he got out, and he is causing Joella stress, and he gonna keep tapping that in if she keeps letting him. She said, if he over there living with her, he don't need to come to your house for nothing. Nothing. Not a thing. Pops know Demadric is lying. They over there barbecuing. He like, are you sleeping with Joella? Because that's what this looks like. He like, no. But he over there looking at the stepmama and Kiana talking, and he looking a little nervous, a little worried, trying to see like, dang, because that's what I like what production was doing. They kept showing how he was looking over there like, oh God, what they talking about? Oh my gosh, she's giving my girlfriend wisdom. They're on to me. Oh my goodness. And you know what? It's a trip. This Negro gonna say something about some peace. I can't get no peace on either side. First of all, you supposed to be on one side. That's how you keep some peace. Pick a side. You can't get peace when you not the peace, homie. There will be no peace because you're not offering it. In order to have peace, you have to be the peace. Okay? Pops tell him, "Hey, blood, we man to man, the man, you a man, right? Your word is your word, I gotta believe you, I ain't trying to be in your business, but you my business." And they said, if you play with fire, you will get burned. And the stepmama telling Kiana, like, it's up to you if you want to carry all this man's baggage because he got plenty of it. You either gonna hold on to his baggage or you gonna let it go. Uh-huh. She like, "I know, huh? I got a problem with letting it go. I like his baggage. because the package is good and he like me. I just want him to just stop lying. I'm gonna hold on to him. I'm gonna protect my man. I'm gonna stand beside him, stepmama. What's her name? Teresa? I'm gonna stand beside him, Teresa. So Mr. Jerry takes Kiana to see the attorney. And he tells her, he confirms that she has a warrant out for her arrest. So if she gets pulled over for not using a blinker, not stopping at a stop sign, she will be sent off to jail. He wants her to turn herself in and then bond out at the same time so she won't be able to stay there, right? Because he really feels like if he goes over and talks to Joella, that he can get her to dismiss this whole case and it'll be fine. So production, so production is like, how do you feel? Like, shut up. Like, what do you mean? How does she feel? She says she didn't do this. She's mad. So she told production, stop playing with me. This is my life. She gets up and walks away because you know that's what she gonna do. I heard her door close. I said, you know she gonna run to a bathroom and close the door, honey, because that's what she do. And so she's like, this is not the image that I want to portray for my kids. You know, I want us to get out the hood and do good and be gooders and do gooders and be gooders. You know, of course, we want to be gooders. We don't want to be no gooders. We want to be do gooders. So, child, Kiana is on her way home with Mr. Jerry. Girl, Joella then stopped over at the house with the boys. He like, who that playing on my door? It's his kids. So she's like, I got something to say to you. I got something to show you. I got something to talk to you about. It's like, oh gosh. They're in the backyard. Thank God, DeMondre. He ain't gonna let them in the house. He like, go outside. I'm gonna give my football. Here I come. So Kiana kids must not be home because she had all three of hers. Joella had all three of their kids. Okay. So she shows DeModric some footage on her phone of him looking suspect that it could have possibly been him that slashed those tires because he was on her porch and he was walking like he was leaving and he came back, then he walked back, then he came in the house because she said he wanted some and so she gave him some. See what I'm talking about, Joella? You gotta stop. So then the footage that I remember he told Kiana he came home around 12 midnight. When he was at her house, it was 1:30 in the morning. So I don't know. I still think not Joella. I still think Kiana slashed that girl tires. I do. So I'm like, Joella, the footage is just Demadric walking. Like, it don't prove nothing. I think you're grasping for straws, sweetheart. You just want karma to just get on both of these people. You just want everybody to catch a stray because of you. And you the one catching all of them. Because Kiana know who she dealing with. You know, you are the one that's just Delulu. So he says, you know, that ain't me. I don't slash tires, baby. He said, I would have blown your car up. I said, I heard that. He was like, baby, I would have blew that car all the way up. That wasn't me. I wouldn't have slashed your tires, girl. It would have been kaboom over here, okay? Kaboom. Boo. Waiting to exhale, honey. Baby. Yes. Bernadine taught us. Bernadette. What was her name, y'all? Bernadette taught us what to do, honey. So she gonna say, so what y'all gonna do about this situation? He told me what you talking about. Which one of y'all did this? He said, ain't nobody did that. Ain't nobody did that. Nobody. Nobody. So then production asked him, y'all having, you know, woo, woo, woo. He lies again. And then he's shaking his finger like, I told you I'm not doing that. And I said, well, you know, at least JK will admit to what he be doing. Child, Demadric ain't gonna never tell the truth. He don't even tell the truth to his own father. Like when your daddy is not a safe space, who can you run to? Like Demadric is like, I'm taking it. Nope. Demadric don't care. He is noping every question. Is no, no, no. I'm not having bang bang. I'm not banging her, and I'm not slashing nobody's tires. No, no, no. Did you? No, no. And Bessie, that was the end of the episode, baby. I am truly entertained, honey. I am truly entertained. But besties, please drop down in the comments, like the video, make sure you subscribe, and make sure that notification bell is on. And I will be back with another recap. It'll be Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh, y'all, wait. Quick, 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 quick. Did y'all hear in real time? Joella was on her TikTok talking about how she had to pepper spray Kiana and Modric. I wonder, is that what happened from tonight's, last night's episode? Because, Kiana, no, 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 no. You know what she said? You know what she said? I remember now. She said, Kiana kicked Demadric out the house. So he was staying kind of like at his dad's and kind of at Joella's, right? So Kiana went over Joella's house. Yeah, Kiana and Demadric were outside talking. And I guess they was talking for a long period of time. Maybe she was out there looking out the window at him and they was kikiing and maybe kissing, or they had made up or whatever. So she went out there and was like tell Demadric, look, if y'all gonna stay together and work this out, come get all your stuff out my house and get out. And I guess there was a back and forth and back again. And honey, some kind of way she had brought her pepper spray and she sprayed them. I was like, child, and I think that was in real time sometime this week. So they still up to their shenanigans, But besties, I'll be back. Bye, besties.